Hey guys, it's Ryan. I'm hiking along this little trail today. Actually, not a little trail, one of my main trails. But behind me is a really active area that I've shown several times. But I wanted to go back there because I haven't been there recently, and I wanted to go back there and show you guys the spot as it is right now. Before I do that, I want to show you this. I found this on one of my main trails here. This thing is this is interesting because I don't know why I find these things all over the place, like they take them or something. And this one is, I just find them randomly. And class of 2018. So there's no telling where they got that. No telling where they found that one. But I find them all in their little areas, and it's just crazy. Don't know what the deal is with these little mylar balloons, but this is like the fifth one I've found, probably out in the woods. And this one was right by that trail, so it's just wild. But anyway, right here, check this out. I'll show you guys this. I walked by it, and there's a lot of briars in the way, but you can see those bent over trees and stuff right there, and it looks like something's been underneath that at one time. I don't know how recent or what, but something's been under there at one time for sure. Now over here there's a lot of little places that are like kind of cleared out, and I'm gonna get over here to the hill because it's a pointless walk to show you guys. So I'll be rejoining you right there. Alright, I'm back. You can see here, this, I'm glad, I'm really glad before I get to this and share that walk with you guys, because there's just so many briars. I just couldn't believe it. Like, it took me forever to get through that little patch of 20 feet. Anyway, look at this stuff here. This is really interesting because it looks like a shelter to me. Looks like something has been using it, or had used it as a shelter. Look at all that coverage right there. That's really wild. I know that's what that was for. It's kind of weird how those trees are crossing. And this is close to my building. You guys can see it over there. That's what that structure is. Anyway, yeah. Man, briars. Hate them. Okay. And it's been raining a lot the past couple days. And it's supposed to rain all week. So it's good for me and my kayaking addiction, but whitewater kayaking addiction. But still doesn't make the best weather to go romping around the woods. Rain doesn't bother me that bad, so it's all good. Anyway, look at this. It's crazy right here. Okay, this is the area right here. This whole spot, man, they've been hanging out here for years. You can see all this stuff here. We got this tree that's been knocked over into this. Stuff just all over the place. You see how that's stuck in there. It's underneath this tree here. Just like that. There's just a lot of little intricacies here that you can notice if you look closely. Even like, you see that little twig here stuck in there. There's just so much stuff that you can notice if you sit here and look at it long enough. I don't know about all that. It's crazy. But anyway, it's just one of many things up here. Let me go up this trail here on the side of the hill. I don't think this is where I typically enter from, but it's like a big cleared area right there. And it's been a little while since I've been up here, so I don't really know exactly what to expect, what kind of new stuff there is. But man, stuff everywhere up here. Look at this big cleared area right here. I mean, the whole area is clear. And see all this stuff here. There's trees bent everywhere up here. That one's shoved into the ground right there somehow. That's something they did. Back there, and back this way are spots I think they hang out in the most. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Tree bent here. I mean, God almighty, that's loud. Man, I'm nowhere near the road. It's insane. Okay, look at this. This here. This is wild. In this little area. And this is the spot. I know some of you might remember the video when I was recording a small little structure and I heard footsteps start running behind me. And it's on video. It sounded just like something on 2 feet. This is wild though, this little spot here. And you see there's a big cleared area right here by it. So many bins there. And I think that's all so that they can make some kind of shelter out of it. There's another tree and it's bent around the tree there. That's neat. That's kind of like the one I found over there in the woods, but this one's been here a long time, you can tell. And I've probably seen it before, actually. Thinking about it, but back there, it gets a lot deeper and denser and all that. This here. Some kind of track there. Probably a deer, I guess. Look at this. That right there. That's neat. That reminds me kind of the, kind of like the way that they did that little arch thing over there by my house. Okay. Briars everywhere right there. This way. Much better. Yeah, look at this. This is a really clear spot, and I see some. It's not broken. Looks broken off though. I mean, it's not. It just looks like that's been sawed or something. That's pretty crazy. Huh. There's the bend right there. Get a wider angle. And that tree was bent down and put under that somehow. I'm pretty sure they did that. I mean, look how cleared out it is under it and compressed. Like something's been there. And there's a ditch. They like ditches. I hear something off this way. Just now I just heard like a stick snapping or something. Oh no. Pretty interesting. All this stuff over here. Look at this. This spot. Got all that stuff bent over. And it's just so packed down here, like noticeably more so than the other spots here. Yeah. Get over here. Look at these bins here. All that, man. Now that looks like something they have made into a shelter, and there's some other kind of trash there. If that's a Mylar balloon, I'm gonna trip out. I'll check it out in a second. I wanna look at these real fast. Now look at this. Okay. Opposing tree bins. Now that's not something that just randomly happened, man. They made this. Okay. If you see that, that's something they did. I found these in lots of their active areas, and specifically over here in this area. I mean, not this whole, not the area immediately that I'm standing in, but this area of the property. I find a lot of these specific ones here in this vicinity. It's weird. I've wondered maybe if it's some kind of symbol for their family or their group or something. It's maybe like an identification thing. I don't know. But I've wondered about it because I have found it so frequently. So, I don't know. I don't find it in too many other places, but I have seen things similar to it. Look at all this. All this stuff here. Bent. I feel like I'm enclosed in a way when I'm standing here, like in a sheltered area, because there's all this stuff above me. And especially if I move into here. I'll be damned. Look at that. I'll be damned. 2 of them. What are the odds that I'm going to find 2 of these in the same day? Happy Mother's Day. For real, man. I had a feeling that's what this was when I saw it. I mean, look at that. Another damn Mylar balloon. Is that not just crazy? Right here in the middle of the freaking woods, man. And I mean, what are the odds of me finding one of those right when I begin the video and then running across another one that, I mean, I'm at least a 1/4 mile away, if not more, from where I was when I found the first one. It's insane, man. I'm seeing more and more stuff they've done here too. But, I mean, look at this right here. Bent tree there. This thing snapped over it. I see that a lot, where they'll snap it right at the joint where it joins. And I'm sure they did this. Sure. You got this tree laying over all this here. You got all this stuff bent. And Then right here, this area is really interesting because, I mean, look at all this. It's just stuff piled up. I mean, like they stuck all this up in there to make it thicker like that. It's just tons of things. And then we've got this tree here that's snapped over like that. And over here, that's just wild, man. I'm about to go over that way and check it out if I can find a way through. I might have to go around so I don't disturb everything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go around. See, if I wanted to get down on all fours and walk through there, it wouldn't be any problem. And they do that a lot. A lot. I've seen things on all fours that I thought was a freaking bear, and it wasn't. My wife has seen one of them cross the road on all fours. Actually, the actual street on all fours. And she thought it was a bear. I said, there wasn't no bear. We don't have a lot of bears here, really. There's been a few spotted in the last few years, but for the most part, we're too close to Tennessee and they like it better up there. But look at that. That is really packed down right there. And you see how that's bent over? You could easily make a shelter with that. Lay stuff right over this. No problem. Okay, I'll get down this way. Okay. I'm still just tripping about that balloon. I can't believe I found another friggin' balloon. This spot's not hard to walk through right here. It's been very cleared out to where you can traverse